Hey guys, Metal Jesus here, and I am back again with Kinsey.
Hey!
And today, she's going to be my navigator because we're going to go on a road trip.
Yep.
So, I'm always blown away that Craigslist isn't dead.
Yeah. I'm blown away by this. Just wait.
Yeah, you guys will not believe this. So, there was a Craigslist ad and a guy selling 600 complete in-box PC games from, I guess, the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Now, typically these games would cost what? 10 bucks a piece, 20, 30?
At least, yeah. Depending on what they are.
So he is advertising these to be less than 15 cents a piece. So we're gonna do a road trip because I cannot pass this up, and you and I are gonna probably split the booty a little bit. It's gonna be awesome.
Can't wait.
All right, let's do it.
So now we're about to get on the ferry, and that ride takes about an hour. So I mean, look, we're willing to cross vast oceans for deals. So excited.
All right, guys, drove all the way out to Bremerton. Oh my God, you gotta come check this out. They're all full of amazing, so cool, big box PC games. And he tells me that he's got another maybe 20 boxes as well. This is mind-blowing, so this is very cool. That is an SUV full of games. Full. And the crazy thing is that, again, this is not all of them. He said he didn't even get to the S's or T's or anything beyond that.
We're back with so many games from Bremerton.
Oh my God.
Oh, and we're so excited.
Dude, you have to tell the story is that we're at this guy's house and you and I are like, because you hear 600 games.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, yeah, that's a lot. No, like his outside porch was full of them, and that wasn't even all of them. He still had a bunch more in his game room. And so you and I are like, putting them in the car, we're like, oh my god.
Yeah, I was like, it's Police Quest. Like,
yeah, I know.
So, like,
oh, I know, me too. Like,
yeah.
like, oh my god, here's a game I haven't seen in years. Like, and it's in perfect condition.
Yeah, trying so hard to like keep my cool.
Yeah, exactly.
While loading the car.
Well, I hadn't paid the guy yet, and we agreed on $75, and so you want to keep your cool. You're like, oh yeah, yeah. And he was very grateful. Unfortunately, he didn't want to be on camera. I kind of pushed him a little bit to see if he'd, tell a story or why he was selling. Basically, it's just because he wants to get all these games on Steam.
Yeah.
Downsize. But it was so funny because you and I got in the car and we're like, go!
Yeah, there's definitely that moment of like, okay, all the doors are shut. We're ready to leave.
Yeah.
Ah! Like, I can't believe this just happened. This is crazy.
I know. It's so funny. I know. It's so awesome. So, obviously, this is a lot of games. This isn't even all of them. I mean,
Yeah.
there's still like another 200 that you guys can't see here. But we do want to show you some of the ones we think are kind of the highlights. So let's take a look. Oh, you want to go first?
Sure. My first one is American McGee's Alice.
Yes.
And I have played some of this version, and then of course Madness Returns on the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
But I only have a disc only of this, so finding it complete is amazing.
Oh, I know, and I think that's going to be the theme here. Is like, oh my god, we found it complete.
Yeah.
So for me, it's getting Darkseid 2. I know. Well, first of all, finding the first game is like up there. It's like, oh my god, it's so hard to find. To get this complete in box, perfect
Yeah.
condition. It was so exciting. So
That box is beautiful.
I know.
All right, and my next one is
Yes.
Phantasmagoria.
Yes, I know. I have a long history with this game. I worked at Sierra while this was being made and was released, and it's just an iconic full motion video game.
Yep. I can't wait to try it. 'Cause,
Yeah,
again, I have it disc only.
I know, that's cool. Next up for me is Star Control 2. And just a classic game. And so, you know, many people play this on the Genesis, but of course you got to get it on the PC. So I have it now.
All right. And next up for me is one of the advanced D&D games, and this is Dark Sun. And there's actually so many of the AD&D games
Yes.
in there.
Yeah.
Just awesome RPGs. I'm so excited.
Oh, he has in that collection just a ton of SSI games. The irony is that I bought this just a couple weeks ago off eBay, full price.
Ta-da!
Yeah, so of course, in your collection, which is awesome. Next up for me is I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. Another really highly sought after game. I'm super excited to finally be able to play this. Pushing Up Roses did a really cool video on this, so. Yay.
Including the mouse pad.
Yep.
And then next up for me is Fallout 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love the Fallout series. I don't have a physical copy of Fallout 1 and 2, so, I mean, as with everyone I've had so far, I'm really excited to get this complete.
And this has the really cool manual and all that stuff too. Next up for me is Kingpin. Now this was, I believe it's a first-person shooter. I played this so long ago, and it's one of those kind of hidden gems. I mean, at the time, it was really edgy, really violent, a lot of swearing, really cool. So again, I didn't think I'd ever find a complete copy.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Yay!
And next up for me is kind of a crown jewel,
Oh yes.
and that is Daggerfall.
Yep.
And I'm trying to complete my Elder Scrolls collection, and I
Right.
still needed this one. And it's like, it's amazingly beautiful. It's complete, like,
When we saw this in the lot, it was like you had to have it because I already own a copy, and it's like, oh yes, absolutely. And that's the cool thing about this lot is that there was a ton of RPGs. I mean,
yeah.
so many that I was looking for. Next up for me is a Bullfrog classic that is Magic Carpet. I know. Now I think I played this again back in, man, it was a long time ago. This might have been an Amiga game at one point. It's definitely an older game. So
Yeah.
again, to get a classic like this, I'm excited.
And last up for me is, of course, Leisure Suit Larry.
Yeah, this guy had a bunch of Sierra games, almost all of them in the 90s, I would say. It's very complete. And you got the Leisure Suit Larry 6 as well as the anthology, the King's Quest anthology. She just took a bunch of Sierra games. It was cool. I have been looking for a big box physical version of Phantasmagoria 2. This is the sequel. This game is really creepy, really scary. And again, I haven't been able to find a box in this good a condition. So I was like blown away.
That's so awesome.
I know. And with so many games, I want to pick out some other things that you guys might find interesting. This is Estatica, which is a 3D survival horror game, similar to Alone in the Dark. This next one is Nova Storm. Now this is a rail shooter with full motion video elements. This also came out on the 3DO, the Sega CD, and also the PlayStation. Here's a pretty weird one called Microcosm. This is a 3D shooter that takes place in the human body. Now at the time it was known for its pretty cool fractal graphics. There are a lot of different versions of the original Doom, but Final Doom is the last id Tech Doom game ever released. And so it's kind of collectible. This next one I picked simply because I thought the cover was cool. Turns out it's an adventure game similar to what we made at Sierra or LucasArts. And this next one here is one I was looking for a while. This is Heavy Metal Fact 2. It's a third-person adventure game. I had high hopes for it. It's not great, but it's cool to have in the collection. Dragon Lore looked familiar to me, and it's because it's a first-person adventure game. It also came out on the 3DO. And here is Inferno, another really cool cover. This is a sequel to an Amiga space shooter game. Oh yeah, check this out. This is Mortal Kombat 2, but it's on the PC, and it comes with this Gravis gamepad. Now, back in the day, gamepads on PCs were very rare. Most people either had flight sticks or like a traditional joystick, but not a gamepad like this. So it's kind of cool. It comes packaged in the game. I've been building up my collection of SSI RPG games, and there are a bunch in this lot, including Warwind 1 and 2. Wasn't really familiar with these, but basically they're real-time strategy games similar to Warcraft. And here is Entomorph. This is a really weird cover, probably not a great game, but again, one I wanted for the collection. And here is a complete copy of Menzoberranzan. This is a first-person party RPG that I've been looking for this for quite a while. It's kind of hard to find now. One of the reasons why I love these SSI games is that they typically have cool covers. Check out this Warhammer 40K game here. This particular box comes with a Space Marine figure inside. SSI also released a bunch of game compilations, and this is one that I did not have. At this point, my SSI collection's pretty awesome. Here's kind of a weird one. This is called Hell, a cyberpunk adventure. I haven't played it, don't know much about it, but the box says it is a futuristic point-and-click adventure game, and it stars Dennis Hopper, so you know it's going to be kind of weird. Some more random games. Here is 13. Do you remember this game? I think I have it on the GameCube or the original Xbox. What's cool about this is that it is a cel-shaded first-person shooter, and I think it's based on a graphic novel. Another game I've been looking for is Vampire the Masquerade Redemption. I played this when it first came out, beat it. It was pretty cool. It's a third-person role-playing game. You play as a vampire, and it takes place in 2 different eras of history. Here is Crusader No Regret. Now this is a direct sequel to the previous game called No Remorse. Pretty cool isometric shooter. Played it back in the day. You know I love my racing games. Well, here is Mega Race 1 and 2. These are pretty cool futuristic combat racing games. They're completely over the top and they have some really hilarious full motion video in it. The guy that I got this lot from said he's ex-military, which makes sense because that's what Bremerton is known for. And included in here is a ton of combat simulators, flight simulators, sub simulators, helicopter simulators, you name it. It's just, this isn't even all of them that I'm showing on the screen here, not by a long shot. But I decided to pull out 2 that I really want for my collection. And those 2 games would be Jane's AH-64D Longbow 1 and 2. I bought Longbow when it first came out, and my PC would barely run the first game. But I'm such a big fan of Gunship back in high school. This was like that, but to the next level. It was amazing. And speaking of the Jane series, I mean, it was so cool to get this game lot and then see so many of these just included. Again, this guy was hardcore, man. He loves his flight simulators, and Jane's made some of the best back in the day. I kind of miss the series, honestly. It'd be cool if EA would bring it back. Also included in this lot is the original release of Deus Ex on PC. I remember buying this day one. It's got a really pretty shiny cover. I still love this game. I get all the warm, fuzzy feelings when I see it. But then a total surprise was he also had the Game of the Year edition, which I don't know if I remember this, but a little bit smaller box, but it actually has 2 CDs in there, which I believe is a game editor and some other extra stuff, maybe multiplayer. Another surprise is G-Police, and this is a beautiful box. Now this game came out on the PlayStation 1, but honestly, it's the PC version that is the version to play. It looks so much better. Here is the game Forsaken, which is kind of a Descent clone. This game was controversial at the time because they had a marketing campaign with some partial nudity. Now what's interesting about this box is that it comes with all of that inside in the form of a calendar. Next up is a box a lot of people are looking for, that is Wing Commander: The Kilrathi Saga. Inside the box are the first 3 Wing Commander games, and the first 2 of them have been completely remastered with a better soundtrack and also the ability to run in Windows. Also included is a special Wing Commander calendar that's very collectible. And then here is Mission Critical by Legend. I don't know a ton about this, but I guess it's a graphic adventure game What's neat, though, is that it stars Michael Dorn. You'll know him as Worf from Star Trek. All right, guys. Well, that is our amazing Craigslist haul. Oh, my God. So right off the bat, I do need to give a huge shout out to Andy. Andy is a guy who I bought all those Commodore 64 games from back, like a couple weeks ago. He texted me about this because I had completely missed it. He was unable to go. He lives really far away from this guy, and so he graciously shared it with me. I'm so happy about that. Yeah. Thank you very much, Andy. And also, a lot of these games, we couldn't show you everything, but just know that a lot of it's going to go into your collection, which is pretty awesome.
Oh, I can't wait.
I know. So many of the games that she's been looking for years are going to be there. That's so cool. And then also, it's going to really fill out my collection. And then, who knows what we'll do next? I don't know. Share the love, I think.
Yeah.
All right, so where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me at Kinzilla, Kinszilla, on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And then also, I have my own YouTube channel.
Yay! Kinsey Burke. All right, you guys should definitely check it out. Love to know what you thought about this, and what some of your favorite big box PC games are from the 90s, because we may have it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. Well, we ran into a bit of a problem when Kinsey was trying to leave because, see, she's got a smart car, and those things are super tiny. But we did not give up. Oh, no. Instead, we put video games every single place you could put them in this little car. It was crazy. And what was really funny is that Kinsey's boyfriend is driving, but there were so many games on the floor that she couldn't actually put her feet down. She had to ride home cross-legged. It was pretty awesome.